It's finally here. Prince Charles' goddaughter India Hicks, 54, marries her partner of 26 years David Flintwood at a rural Oxfordshire church with guests including Brooke Shields, Jamie Cullum, and Sophie Dahl. Prince Charles' goddaughter India Hicks has married David Flintwood, her partner of 26 years in the star-studded ceremony Brightwell Baldwin Parish Church in Oxfordshire. The granddaughter of Earl Mountbatten, 54, who was a bridesmaid at the wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer, wore a turtleneck wedding dress complete with ivory tulle and lace and an A-line skirt for the big day. She completed the look with a classic pair of white satin shoes, a lace veil and simple drop pearl earrings as many stars watched on, including jazz singer Jamie Cullum and his wife former model Sophie Dahl, granddaughter of legendary writer Roald, and American actress Brooke Shields. The philanthropist had long insisted she had no plans to marry the former advertising executive, even after 5 children together, but revealed her change of heart on Instagram on 28 November. All 5 children, Wesley, 24, Felix, 24, Amory, 22, Conrad, 18, and Domino, 13, were in attendance today. The couple also adopted a young Bahamian, Wesley, after his waitress mother died of cancer. The bride's mother, Lady Pamela Hicks, who was herself a royal bridesmaid at the Queen's 1947 wedding, also joined in the festivities sporting a navy blue silk shirt dress and hat. She joined in a wheelchair. Meanwhile, the groom opted for a classic gray suit with a blue spotted tie which coordinated with all 4 of his sons. Only daughter Domino reflected her mother's good style in a white roll-neck bridesmaid's dress, joining the flower boys and girls in the idyllic countryside setting. Yesterday, the bride shared images of a series of 6 tents being decorated with swaths of greenery as she gave a glimpse at her enormous seating plan as she posted on Instagram ahead of the big day. Miss Hicks had earlier announced the news the wedding was this week by sharing a sweet throwback image of her and her fiancé to her Instagram page. She revealed the photos were taken by David Loftus, who will also be snapping her wedding. "This time next week I will be married. Married," she wrote. "Neither of us have ever been married before, so we are both quite excited." She also shared how her youngest child Domino, 13, excitedly told her teacher of the upcoming nuptials. "My mother is getting married," Domino was telling her teacher. "How lovely, who is she marrying?" the teacher asked. "My father," came the reply, she added on Instagram. In December she revealed that pair were meant to have a winter wedding but put plans on hold after revealing the romance dipped while trying to plan the big day in line with COVID-19 restrictions. "Today I should be David's wife. Yesterday we were meant to get married," she explained at the time. "Way back in early September we set the date for our tiny wedding. We sent out invitations, designed dresses, and debated vows, to obey or not to obey. But as the weeks passed the romance did slightly slip away. I think the crunch came when our priest told us we could not have hymns that might be hummable. Hummable hymns are not COVID protocol. And so we will wait a little while longer. Which is okay because we've already waited 25 years. It came just weeks after the pair announced their engagement. In a photo of the 2 of them together, she wrote, "David and I are getting married. 5 children and 25 years later. We quietly decided a few months ago. A celebration of unflinching love. Until death do us part." She told the Daily Mail, "After months and months of lockdown, many people were ready to kill each other, we were ready to get married." Mrs. Flintwood and her husband, 60, a former Saatchi & Saatchi executive, moved to the Bahamas in 1996 and have built and restored 4 houses and a hotel there. India is the daughter of Lady Pamela Mountbatten and interior designer David Hicks. She was educated at £40,000 a year Goredunction, near Elgin, Scotland, until she was expelled for inviting boys to her room. Despite her family and royal connections, the socialite has worked to earn her keep. Originally a model, she became a designer and businesswoman, launching a luxury lifestyle business before closing it last year. She said she enjoyed having more time for her children. The newlywed was one of the 5 bridesmaids at the 1981 wedding of Diana and Charles, who is her godfather and second cousin. She had been on holiday in the Bahamas aged 13 when the prince phoned and personally asked her to take on the role. "I had to practice," she later recalled. "It was during these rehearsals I got to know Diana, whom I first met at a dress fitting. She always seemed more like a head girl than a princess in waiting, with never a shy moment in private." India has kept her bridesmaid's wreath from the ceremony at St. Paul's in its original box. In November she posted a photograph of her dress, still in perfect condition, on social media. Remarkably, it was on a hanger on her stairs alongside another royal bridesmaid dress, that worn by Lady Pamela, 91. India wrote, "Lots of questions asking if my mother still has the dress she wore as a bridesmaid to the Queen. She does. See it here. Next to the one I wore to Charles and Diana's wedding." Both have traveled the world in exhibitions and been on display in museums before coming home to chill for a bit. When aged 11, the bride had been due to be on her grandfather Earl Mountbatten's boat when it was blown up off Ireland by the IRA in 1979, killing him and 3 others. She escaped after staying in the family holiday home to watch a film. Royal bridesmaid dress, that worn by Lady Pamela, 91. India wrote, "Lots of questions asking if my mother still has the dress she wore as a bridesmaid to the Queen. She does. See it here. Next to the one I wore to Charles and Diana's wedding." Both have traveled the world in exhibitions and been on display in museums before coming home to chill for a bit. When aged 11, The bride had been due to be on her grandfather Earl Mountbatten's boat when it was blown up off Ireland by the IRA in 1979, killing him and 3 others. She escaped after staying in the family holiday home to watch a film.